Hi, this is Laura Ivy Blessing with the Blessed Life Group with Keller Williams Realty Inc. And I just wanted to make a quick video to run through the listing paperwork, the contract that you'll be signing for us to get your home listed. So I'm going to share my screen here. Okay. We just want to send this. I know a lot of times we send these documents electronically, but it's just still important to go through them. We definitely want you to understand what you're signing. The first page that you're going to see on here is called Information About Brokerage Services. This is a disclosure that we have to give everyone and potential buyers that even come through the door and at open houses. It explains all the different kind of roles that brokers and sales agents play in the different transactions in real estate. In this case, you're signing listing documents. It's very clear that I would be representing you as your listing agent, as a sales agent of Keller Williams Realty. I'm also a broker, though, as well, an associate broker with Keller Williams. The most important thing that confuses a lot of people on here is the intermediary status. That's if I have a buyer I'm working with, I would definitely talk to you about showing that buyer that home, probably assign another agent on my team to help keep a separation if they decided to make an offer. So if any of that happens, we will talk through it and I'll make sure you're clear on how that works and make sure that you approve it. On to the listing agreement. You're going to see the first paragraph just we'll have your information here and your address. And we want to have the correct information in there, make sure we have it right. And then you have my broker and their address and my phone number. Second is regarding the property. We'll, of course, enter the legal information here. This is very important to read paragraphs 2, B, and C. And this discusses improvements and accessories with the home. Read through this list. If there's anything that's permanently installed that you are going to uninstall and take with you, then we want to, when we're marketing the home, also let anyone that knows what is going to be excluded from the sale. Some of the common items might be a light fixture or chandelier, anything that's built in, like a built-in grill in the backyard. If you plan to take something with you, we definitely want to disclose that. Second page, we do need to know if you're in an owner's association that has a lot of different fees with that. They also sometimes have rules about if we can put a sign up or not. So please let us know so that we can contact them if we don't already know those rules and fees. We want to prep you for them. This will be the listing price that we agree upon at our meeting. Paragraph 4 shows the term. We usually put 6 months in here. You're going to see later in this document and special provisions that you can cancel the contract at any time. You just need to send us an email. If we're not getting along or if you don't think I'm doing a good job, then I don't want us to stay together. I want you to get an agent that's going to get it done. So we do allow you to get out of the contract and you don't have to stay in it for 6 months. Broker compensation. We have a flexible fee structure and we add that to the back of this listing agreement. So we're showing 6% here, which with our flexible fee, that is the most that you would pay. The fee structure, it mentions it here. This talks about when we earn that commission. We do not get paid until the home is closed and funded, which are two separate. We don't get paid till it's funded, actually. There are some other situations here in which we may still be owed compensation. I have not had any of them come up in my 19 years experience, but they are in here to protect us for the work we do and also in here to protect you. So please read through those. This is a legal contract. I am not an attorney. I'm licensed to use these documents. And we do, recommend if you'd like to talk to an attorney about the documents to please do so. And please let us know that. We do work with quite a few contractors, vendors that might be coming into your house. Some of them do pay us a referral fee if we send them in. We must disclose that. That's what this paragraph is talking about here. Protection period is about, let's say you don't want us to market the home and list it anymore, and you do want to cancel the contract. So within 10 days, we're going to send you a list of everyone that we spoke to about the home. And if you sell to one of those people, within 30 days after you cancel this listing contract, then we may still be owed a compensation. And that's what this paragraph is describing. Listing services, we do put our properties in the MLS. We put them in more than one MLS. We put them in ABOR MLS, Central Texas MLS. We post them on Facebook Marketplace. So depending on the style of the property, it may be in more than one MLS, but we will let you know that. This document is allowing us to put it in the MLS. We will send everything to you to review and approve before we list it. So nothing goes on the MLS without you reviewing it first. And please help us catch us if it made any mistakes, because honestly, you know your property better than anyone. And we want to do the best job we can marketing the property. So the next paragraph is just talking about the listing content, kind of defines some of the things that we will use to market the property. Putting a sign on the property. There's also a paragraph here talking about access to the property. We do use a super lockbox, which anyone who accesses that lockbox has been fingerprinted and done a criminal background check with ABOR. We do not put it on the door. We give it to you to set out when there are showings. And we will talk with you about how much time you need to prep for showings. And we have a great system for that that allows you to approve the showings or suggest another time. Okay, more about the key box. Liability. In my 19 years, knock on wood, this has not happened, but if somebody did come into the home and they were showing it and they got hurt in the home, they could make a claim on your insurance. So please keep your insurance up to date. It also talks about in here, if you are moving out of the house and the home is going to be vacant, to call and get a vacancy clause added to your insurance. If your insurance finds out that the home is on the market and it's vacant and they haven't been given notice and you haven't added that clause, they may like cancel your policy or just bring up the price quite a bit. So we want to warn you about that if you're planning to move out while we're listing it. Cooperating with other brokers, we do offer out of that 6% to people in Austin, our real estate agents in our board, 3% to be paid to the buyer's agent at closing. If it's an agent in Dallas or someone that doesn't know the market here and it's quite a bit more work for us, we offer them 2%. Of course, it's all negotiable, and we will talk about it when we get a contract to make sure everything is in writing and approved. This is explaining intermediary status again, which we've gone over. Of course, this is a legal document, and everything that we talk about is confidential. When we do share information, it's very important that we just talk to you and we're like, this is how we're going to share it. This is how I'm going to respond. Do you approve? You are the boss here as far as negotiations and what we say about the property. Broker's authority. This is if you didn't want the property to be put in the internet or displayed, which I don't recommend because so many, like 60% of buyers are finding them on the internet now. So that gives us permission to do that. We will also market it with some finance options. Most of the time it's conventional VA, FHA cash with offers that we'll accept. If there are any other options, then we will also want to market those, and we'll talk about those specifically. In this paragraph on this page, this is really just, it's talking about how we're going to put a sign on there. We're disclosing the price and the terms, what we can say, what we can't say. Seller's representations is kind of all the rules and guidelines for you to follow in this listing agreement. And one of the most important things is that you're signing this document, you know your property is free and clear to sell. There aren't any liens on the property that you know about or contractors that haven't been paid. You're current on your mortgage loan. It does talk about, we do give you a seller net estimate to just prepare you for the fees if you sell. And we do recommend that you call your mortgage bank and ask for a payoff because they will charge interest in arrears. So the payoff amount that's on your bill may be a little higher than the actual payoff amount. And we want to use that amount so that we can prepare you to the best that we can. If there's anything in here that you have questions about, please reach out. Again, this is just a video just going over kind of the important things to point out. If for some reason something happens during the sale, and in my 19 years, again, on wood, nothing has happened between my client and I, or a buyer or another client. If something did happen and there was a lawsuit, this describes how that would work, and we agree to mediation. This is also in our contract if you get an offer. Paragraph 19 is talking about, well, we have information about brokerage services, and then we'll also show you a general information notice to seller and a wire transfer notification that we include with all of our listing documents. Agreement of parties. This is kind of defining just the different aspects in terms of this legal document, and that we can't assign this to another agent, and that you're liable for performance according to this document. Oop, I skipped a page. There we go. Seller's additional promises that you'll cooperate with us on showing the property to the best of your ability. I know things come up, and just communicate with us, and we can always, everything's figure outable. Don't rent or lease the property without letting us know. If you sign another contract with someone, that may affect the sale of your property. Maintain the property. If anything does happen on the property or to the property while it's listed, that you will repair it. Limitation of liability. This is again a paragraph just talking about the vacancy clause. And you will not hold us liable if anything does happen on the property with someone else and they're making a claim on your insurance. Here it is in special provisions where we talk about, we have a no pressure listing agreement. You can cancel at any time. Talks about default of this contract and the ways that either one of us could default on it, and it is a legal contract. Additional notices. We will follow fair housing laws. We will market the property to everyone of all races and ages and marital status. We also ask that you secure any jewelry or firearms if we're going to have an open house, especially, but just to put anything away that is important to you while your home is on the market. If you have any surveillance devices, I know a lot of people have Ring doorbells or cameras or something listening inside the house. Please turn off any audio surveillance. We don't want to hear, it's just unethical to listen to another party in your house that may mistakenly be talking about the offer they're going to make. So we ask you to turn off the audio part of any surveillance systems in the house. If the property was built before 1978, then we are going to send you, we're going to add a lead-based paint addendum to this. Also, please let us know if you're a foreign person so we can prepare for that and the sale of the home and doing that correctly. There's also a warning on here about wire fraud. That's been happening a lot in our market. So if you are sending someone account numbers to get your proceeds in when it closes, do that by phone, double confirm. Do not trust an email saying, here is the information for the wire, because it comes through email. So just be very aware of that. Okay, and that other page you sign, again, here is our flexible fee structure that we discussed when we met. And if you have any questions about this, happy to go over it again. Other documents you'll see in there, here's the general information and notice to buyers and sellers that I mentioned. This is basically like a big dictionary of all of the different terms that you may or may not hear throughout the process and defining them. So of course, you're going to hear if the buyer's financing for the home, we'll be talking about an appraisal potentially. Explains what brokers are. Of course, we do have some expansive soils and limestone, environmental concerns that may come up that we would need to talk about. how inspections work, homeowner association, residential service contracts. We do suggest that you purchase the home warranty for the buyer of your home. And depending on the market, the buyer may want to purchase their own. It is negotiable, but it's important for them to pick their own home warranty, and it just helps with liability reasons. So if we close on the home, the air conditioning goes out, I don't want them calling us. You have purchased this home warranty for them, and for a year, that's the number that they're going to call. So and that's why that's important. Okay, school boundaries, tax prorations, all of this explains it. I'll let you read through it, and if you have questions, please let me know. And then, again, just you're going to hear a lot about surveillance information, the importance of offering an option period to the buyer so that they can do their due diligence on the home and allowing them to have the home to inspect it and do their research. Again, more wire fraud warning and how it occurs and why it's important to be very aware of this. This is an affiliated business arrangement disclosure. This is all the companies that we have a partnership with, that we may offer their services, and they do pay us a referral fee when we offer those services. And they're used. Then, very sensitive mouse. This is another company that we have a referral agreement with. And it's with my office. They pay the office when it's used, not necessarily me, but we still need to disclose when there are any referral fees paid, or we have a marketing agreement with another company that we're promoting. This is a document called the T47. We will need to get a copy of your survey. And if the footprint of the home isn't changed, then most likely we can use your survey again for this sale. Now, if you have changed something, we would need to send that to our title company to get approved. Let us know. We can help you with that. It would be good to do that before we get you listed and have this ready. This document will need to be filled out and also notarized, and we will post this with your survey if it's usable and approved by the title company when we list the home. Here's a copy of our seller's disclosure notice. We send this through a company called Seller Shield. Seller Shield will allow you to fill this out online. At that time, and the reason we send it, they will offer you some additional insurance for errors and omission. We purchase the policy when the home closes, yet this would be additional errors and omission insurance for you as the seller. I do have some people decide to purchase this, not everyone. I'm just always a fan of additional insurance for anything that could be litigious or has some liability. And for this document, you are putting on there to the best of your knowledge, everything you know that is included with the house, everything that is not. And if you don't know, then put unknown. A lot of things you may not know on here. I cannot fill out this document for you. You must fill it out yourself. If you've done any repairs or remodeling that are cost over $500, please include more information on that. Receipts would be great. If there's been any water intrusion in the house and you've done mold remediation, please include details on that as well. Buyers will be asking about that. So this is an important document to just spend some time with, and you have questions, please reach out. We'd love to help. I just can't fill it out for you. So that is that's like the quick run through of these documents. If you have any questions, you want to get on the phone, or if you want to do this in person, I'm happy to do that as well. We're excited to get your home listed and get it sold. Thanks for choosing us, and I hope you're having an amazing day. We'll talk soon. Bye.